So there's a lawyer named Dina LaPolte. She runs her own firm, her own law firm. Actually, shout out to her for that. It's called LaPolte Law.
Hello.
PC. And there's an article that she wrote on Variety. They also referenced a interview with Pharrell over the topic of recordings being called master recordings and how that should be taken away because of the previous couple years and George Floyd and protests. And when she first said it, I was like, okay, let me see if there's anybody that backs this up. And then it goes over to another interview where Pharrell actually co-signs this, not from her, but he thought it was a good idea as well to stop using the term master recording because of what it quote unquote, implies. What do y'all think about that? Because
stupid,
is this are we doing too much here on this one?
Yeah.
Like, is this
I mean, we got real things to worry about.
The reason why I voted for this topic was not because of that. I thought it was something completely else.
No, that's what she was going.
Master recording.
Master recording. Yeah.
Look,
slave recording. Master
in
recording.
Ableton,
Is it called the slave recording though?
There's literally in Ableton there's a slave and a master track that you can run.
Yep.
But that's what it is.
I mean, just like
slave
is the term.
I mean,
it is.
Look, just like if you have a computer and say it has 2 hard drives, there's the master hard drive where you have your operating system,
right?
And then
don't do that.
And then the slave hard drive, which may house just files and certain programs. I'm sorry, but like I remember when I was training for this particular job. I won't mention the company, and like the person who was running the training session tried to be all offended for the black people in the room.
Oh, okay.
And we were like, it's not that serious. Like if you black, you got real problems other than how they're naming hard drives inside of a cable box or
Did anybody rock with them though?
No. No, we were like, calm down. Calm down. I mean, we could, if you wanted to get all deep and brother knowledge about it, about like why they call it the master bedroom and all this. No, fam,
because that's along the same line.
I mean, it's probably there's so much of
Master
what
Suite.
it is that we there's probably so much of what it is that we say in everyday our vernacular and that we use is probably tied to racism that it's not even we don't even think about it anymore, and it's
Rule
messed
of
up.
thumb. You know where that comes from?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. A barrel of laughs. Do you know where that comes from?
I don't actually.
Okay. Well, we're not going to get into it now.
Sounds
but,
pretty crazy.
Yeah, but you know what?
That might be
it's
post-
There's a whole bunch of
it's a
euphemisms.
whole bunch of stuff that we say.
Wrong word.
Not that but it's like I don't have time.
Yeah.
Like I have to deal with real, genuine racism.
Hey,
It's just one of those
in my
things.
life that I don't have time to worry about the different. Let's change it. Like just remember when they changed the you don't call them NBA
owners. Yeah.
You don't call them owners anymore. They're governors.
Okay.
Well, they own the team.
They still own the team.
Loan like a loan.
It's
That took loan out. Governors took loan out.
Listen,
Kinda
it's
rich.
just one of those things where they try to put a Band-Aid.
How many
on
black
some
governors
stuff.
are there?
Who
in
knows?
anything?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Maybe they
Oh,
should
no,
change
it's
that
just
name
stupid.
too.
Yeah.
Don't do that, Long. Go ahead.
It's
Go ahead,
stupid
man.
and extra, man. It's just one of them things that, like Jay Moore said, being mad, extra mad for no reason. I don't know if y'all seen the newest season of Atlanta at all.
I haven't.
I have
started
Weird
not
as
yet.
hell.
There was a episode where he's in a party and this chick acts like he's trying to talk to her. He wasn't trying to talk to her.
Mm-hmm.
And he tells the other white people at the party about it, and they pretty much just took it as, oh, she was being racist. Mind you, it was an Asian woman that the black dude was accused of, or she was accusing him of talking to. They end up kicking her out of the party. One of the guys was engaged to her. He called the whole wedding off. It's like all that extra stuff
That
just
we're not
because
offended by.
that we don't even care that much about. It's like
People
what
be
was that?
offended
The
on our
Aunt Jemima syrup thing.
Yeah,
like
I remember
a year or
that.
so
I remember
ago.
that.
I mean, I understand the storyline and her family wasn't getting paid. Look, just pay her the money
Right.
and keep the name Aunt Jemima syrup.
The check
Yeah.
would have done
You
me
know what
just
I'm saying?
fine. Yeah, I took the check and be
Pay
like,
the
let's keep it
family.
rolling. Yeah.
But
As
at
a family member.
at the end of the day, it's like you're trying to appease and be fake woke about stuff that a lot of people really don't care about. Like, let's make some for real change that
Yeah.
people can be like, okay, that makes sense.
Well, it says Williams suggested that the company that people start to get ahead of this and do the right thing, and it starts with the terminology master and slave. Master being the main recording, and slave being all the copies that are made.
I get it, but like, maybe this is a blind spot of me. I don't know, but I don't know. It just, I'm sure there's going to be a time when this is going to be a controversial
100%.
You know what I mean? But like
100%. I've never thought about it.
But like,
You don't think about it until somebody says it.
Right.
and still like, it's
I don't
it's
even-
what it is.
But I don't.
You know what I mean? Like there's always throughout history there's always been masters and slaves in
Yeah.
different cultures everywhere.
It's not.
And that's literally what it
Yeah.
is. So like, what are we upset at?
You know how many times somebody, you know how many times somebody's asked you as a producer, can you send me the master waves? Can you send me the,
for sure.
you know what I mean? Like,
I teach. There's an option in Ableton where it's the master, and you can slave it to something else. That's what it does. So if you
Let's
want
just put it out there. Slaves and masters is not directly correlated with only black people. Let's just say that.
yeah,
The term slave goes back to biblical terms. I mean, like,
white people were slaves first.
Yeah.
you know, someone's
That's
going
a
to be in the
whole nother
comments.
topic.
So
man,
yeah,
you just you put yourself on
No,
fire in the comments.
The Eastern Lithuania. All right, man. I get
Yeah,
it.
be cool.
I don't
Yeah,
know. I don't.
be cool.
Shout out to Lithuania.
You just did another 100 comments right there,
Eastern Orthodox Russian Federation of Mongolia.
and you
Yeah,
got a white
so-
T-shirt on too.
Extra
Double.
white.
I tell you
Yeah.
what. But yeah, I mean, nothing against Pharrell. I know he, because I know he went through a thing with his cousin, and but also these are rich black people problems. And being that I'm not, I have
First world
I have
problems.
real, like I watch the news every day, fam, and
You a hater.
they can't, like, they just passed an anti-lynching act.
Yeah.
Oh, after almost 100 years, and there's
Yeah.
still some Republicans who voted against it.
Voted
Facts.
against it.
We still can't get a Justice and Policing Act passed.
Right.
We still can't get basic voting rights restored.
We just had to watch like a Supreme Justice
Yeah,
go
not
through a whole bunch of racism
Yeah.
on
just
TV, on in
Yeah.
in HD.
Yeah.
like
For them to say, yeah, you're the most qualified person who's ever been in here. I can't vote yes though.
okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is where we at.
So yeah,
This is a whole nother political.
Yeah, let's
segment.
fix
Yeah.
the real problems that
racism, and then
got
we can
going
get
on.
to the this racism that's not really an inconvenience to anybody's life.
Yeah.
I think Lone summed it up when he said this is going to become something at some
Probably.
point.
I mean,
I believe that.
Who
I
knows?
really believe
This
10
is
to 20
racism
years.
busy work instead of just like, remember you used to get busy work in school. Your teacher
Yeah.
didn't really she didn't have a test to give you or any homework to assign, but
Yeah.
here's just something for y'all to do so you can be quiet and maybe
It's liberal stuff, man.
this stuff like this is
It's
stuff
liberal stuff.
that doesn't really address the problems of racism in America, but we can feel better about ourselves.
Yeah.
Just like
This is the real thing that they need to talk about when they're talking about distractions versus entertainment being a distraction.
yeah.
Right.
When they're fake being mad about something
Right.
to distract you from the actual problems.
This
Those are distractions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Entertainment is always going to be entertainment.
Right.
But when you think you're
Entertainment.
actually doing something to, strike blows in the name of anti-racism in
Yeah.
America, and, like, hey, let's change
We
the,
fixed the master slave problem.
in computing, but hey,
Computers,
can you make sure everyone has equal access to polling places? I don't know, man. It seems like a
That
lot.
sounds that's a stretch
sound
right
like- can we-
there.
Let's
Can
work on these master recordings first, and then we'll
can
get
we have
to
a
that.
real discussion about reparations? Oh, whoa. Let's go ahead and change the name of another football or hockey
Yeah.
team.
Continue the culture wars.
Yeah. All right.
Anyways, I thought this was like about the calling like a master recording. I had no idea that this is
I
what
know
this
you-
was about. I was like, it was I got a
Little
little
miscommunication in
side swipe. a little bit.
Swipe.
show. It's all good.
Yeah.
No, I mean it's fine.
Yeah,
It's-
I mean,
it's-
somebody need to say it.
Yeah.
I'm just not up in arms about it. I'm sorry.
Well, Terry,
we should use shouts to A. We should primary and secondary.
primary and secondary.
That works.
It's proper.
Cool. Yeah, that'll keep the. I know I said it 4
Yeah.
times. Well, that'll keep the liberals busy for a while.
Doesn't matter because somebody else is always
The
going to own your.
libtards.
Yep.
Somebody's always going to own your primary recordings.
Yeah.
Hey, Lone, can you send me those primary wave files, please, that I asked you for the other night? Not the secondary ones, the primary ones, please.
Yeah. Which version of primary?
Um.
Exactly.
The red, blue, and yellow ones.
Yeah. All right.